Could it be? A man? Jump scares aside, Noan Arca is a Uniframe with a few fairly unique traits. He's one of the few Uniframes who share an energy type with another Uniframe, in this case, lightning. And he's also the very last Uniframe to debut for at least another year. In fact, we can be sure that there won't be another Uniframe for at least another 11 patches, as Kura will favor A-rank Omniframes from this point onward. This is great news for everyone's BC, as, unlike Uniframes, A-rank Omniframes can be obtained for free through a few different methods. But this isn't about them. This is about Noan.
I fight to keep the pain away from our future.
Let's get the basics out of the way. All of Noan's orbs will deal physical damage unless they're 3 pings, in which case they'll deal lightning damage. But for reasons that will become clear soon, you'll always be aiming for 3 pings with Noan anyway. Noan's red orb will move him toward the enemy and deal damage. Noan's yellow orb will have him leap backwards and fling a magnetic field at the target that will pull enemies in. His blue orb will slash the ground, creating an energy wave towards the target. A 3 ping of any orb color will cause a follow-up attack to happen, but your goal is to get some basic attacks in before it does. The signature move deals damage and that's it, but he does recite a familiar line for the story enjoyers while he's doing it.
A warm spring will be bred from winter!
Noan's speed attack will do a chunk of damage and reduce the target's finisher gauge. On top of that, it'll grant Noan 1 extra diamond on his core passive meter, which we'll talk about in a moment. Getting his enhanced speed attack will simply pump up the damage. The finishing move will murderize the target after tapping basic attack once their finisher gauge has been depleted fully. Enhanced finishing move will grant Noan a random 3 ping after using it, which leads us nicely to his core passive. But before we get to that, ever feel frustrated that PGR's PC port just doesn't work? Maybe it does work for you, but you're frustrated that it won't natively reach resolutions beyond, and it definitely won't play nice with ultra-wide monitors. But you know what does? The sponsor of this video, LD Player. LD Player is a free mobile emulator that you can run on your PC, and my platform of choice for playing PGR. LD Player boasts great frame rate, up to 120 FPS for PGR, and is extremely stable. You can configure any button to any function you want, unlike PGR's official PC port, and play with either mouse and keyboard or controller. Most importantly for me, I can run PGR perfectly in my ultra-wide monitor's native resolution, and the game has never looked better. Check out my affiliate link in the description to download LD Player. Every download helps support the channel. Noan is pretty easy to play, so don't let his gauge intimidate you. The diamonds at the top are acquired when the amount of points in the large bar surpasses the amounts of points in the thin bar beneath it. The large bar is filled based on the number of basic attacks you do following a 3 ping. The thin bar at the bottom shows a record of how much you filled the large bar previously. In other words, your goal is to make sure the size of the large bar always exceeds the size of the thin bar. At the same time, you don't want to make the large bar too big right away, because it'll determine the size of the next thin bar. The end goal here is to light up 3 diamonds. The ideal rotation looks something like this. Step 1. Use a 3 ping, then tap basic attack 4 times to get 1 diamond. Step 2. Use a 3 ping, then tap basic attack 5 times to get a 2nd diamond. Step 3. Use a 3 ping, then tap basic attack 6 times to get a 3rd diamond. Step 4. When all 3 diamonds are lit up, use a 3 ping, then tap basic attack 6 times to unleash an enhanced attack. This will spend all of your diamonds and reset them back to 0. Rinse and repeat. So why do you need to tap these really specific amounts of basic attacks? Well, each time you do, it powers up your follow-up after a 3 ping a little more. If the timing has you confused, think of the basic attacks that follow a 3 ping like Noan charging up his blade. After you use a 3 ping, the following basic attacks within a small window will make a revving noise like a chainsaw. You can begin tapping basic attack the moment you've used the 3 ping. You don't need to wait for its animation to finish. You'll need to tap basic attack pretty fast in order to do 4, then 5, then practically mash basic attack for 6. So what happens if you mess up and use too many basic attacks too early? Not to worry, because the thin bar records how big your large bar got after the previous 3 ping, you can lower the thin bar by doing another 3 ping followed by fewer basic attacks. As long as the amount in the large bar surpasses the amount in the thin bar, you'll be able to gain a diamond. If it doesn't, you won't. As usual, evolution for Uniframes is nice, but not necessary, and you can get Uniframes to double S rank for free via the guild shop. Remember how much this guy relies on 3-pings? Double S3 will give Noan a random 3-ping every time he switches in. Triple S rank, among other things, will rearrange all his signal orbs into 3-pings when he enters battle. Every phase beyond this just increases damage, so stopping at Triple S rank will ensure that he feels as good as possible to play. Triple S rank will cost at most 15,000 BC, which is the cost of a single S rank Omniframe. There are a lot of great S ranks on the horizon, so plan accordingly if this is something you really want to do. So, should you pull Noan Arca? Here's the breakdown. You should pull if you can easily afford the 10 pull to guarantee him. You like counting basic attacks. You want an easy character to play for Uniframe content such as Project Uniframe and the new Uniframe stages in Norman Revival Plan. You want to fill out your Uniframe team with someone who has access to a finishing move, especially for the lightning element. And definitely pull him if you want to make a Uniframe team of all boys. However, definitely do not pull if doing so will make it hard to pull future S-rank Omniframes like the upcoming physical attacker Bianca and the insane levels of damage she brings. You may also opt not to pull if you have Selena Tempest, who's also a lightning Uniframe, though she doesn't gain access to her speed attack and finishing move until the patch left unsaid, 2 patches after Cinder Burns. And last, keep in mind that Uniframes don't do well on mixed teams, taking a 30% attack debuff for every Omniframe they're paired with. Evolving can offset that debuff, but it requires a significant investment. If you're staring down Project Uniframe and finding your Uniframe team lacking, Hulao Dragontold might just be able to help you out.
It's over. Let's
Let's take ibuprofen together.